Welcome back to Source of Sports.
All sorts of sports. It's sports and ass, all sorts of sports.
The fuck was that, James? Like, he caught me off guard.
James feels a little bit of a tickle.
Yeah, that was
The sports in his ass.
that was a higher note than I thought you could hit, bud.
All of them.
He got a hockey stick this time.
All sorts of sports.
Yeah.
Oh,
All sorts of sports. Yeah, all sorts of sports.
Right, moving on.
Yeah.
yeah, you ruined that.
Yep. You're welcome.
Moving
You're welcome.
right along.
So, you know what else is ruined? I told you
Ruined
guys.
the feast.
No, I told you guys. I was happy that we were finally seeing the Spence versus Crawford fight, but I was also very sad because I knew how it was going to end, and now there's no more anticipation on it.
I mean,
Bud Crawford is that guy.
he's pound for pound the best fighter.
He is that fucking guy.
He showed up wearing like some gas station boxers. He had Eminem do his walkout. Like, he was ready, and it wasn't even close. Like, it wasn't. It was never close. And there's nobody else in that division who can fight him.
I really like Earl too. Like they both seem like cool dudes, right? Like it was good to see them give respect to each other after the fight, but it was kind of like, damn.
Right, but their profession isn't being a cool dude.
I know, but like
And
you arm, and it's like, damn, Earl. Like, yeah, I felt bad.
Hey man, we finally got the fight.
That was like looking at your cousin getting whooped, and you can't do nothing about it.
Whooped by their mom. Like, you're sitting there and you're like, damn. That shit
Most of the time, my
sucked.
cousins got whooped. They needed it.
Yeah. Well, this was a whooping. It was never close.
Would you call it a molly whopping?
It was a full ass molly whopping. It was so bad. He didn't get knocked out. The ref was just like, nope, we're done. We're done. He's not defending. He's simply getting punched over and over the head.
Let me ask you guys this, and this is not me shitting on fighting. It's just I've tuned out. But when you pay for the card, you pay for that pay-per-view, whatever, and you watch that happen, is there disappointment? Is there frustration? Is there anger? Is there it's over now?
No,
we got an answer.
It wasn't like a split decision, which is what I was expecting, right? To go 12 and then split decision and then you have to run it back. No, it was an ass whooping, which is what I'm there to see. I would want to see a finalization of the fight and not let the judges get involved. And that's exactly what we got. It's why I only really watch heavyweight, to be honest, because usually it doesn't go the distance and you get a real result based on.
And Earl's not a bad fighter. Like he's whooping people's asses. So it's like, it's something you want to see. And then when you see it, it went as bad as I thought it would go.
It's like a shark attack.
Bad for that reason.
You can't look away. And you know what the end result's going to be.
I think I finally reached the age where I look away. that's
shark attacks? Nah.
No, there was do you see the shark attack video of the dude in Egypt like a month ago?
Oh yeah, that was fucking bad.
Fucking nuts.
I watched that like 40 times because I couldn't figure out how he got to that angle.
Oh God. But all right, so maybe I'll watch a shark attack. I just won't watch poor people beat each other in the face until they're rich. Like it's just it doesn't feel right. Like,
what if they're both? Right? What if they're both rich?
Yeah, then it's like, why are we here, guys?
Because people talk. They get rich and then they start talking shit.
I was telling my girlfriend about this the other day. Is the fight moment that I remember more than any of the fight moments? Not because it was a good fight. It's Mike Tyson's last fight when he says, "I just don't have it in me anymore." That stuck with me so hardcore throughout when he's just like, I just don't have it in me anymore. And it's like, damn. And you can just see it's like the fight for survival is no longer. And when he doesn't need it anymore, it's like, and he's like, I can't put myself through it. It's just hard to watch. And
no, it's not.
It's hard for me to watch. It's hard for me to watch.
That is their retirement. That's fantastic. That is the day. Like, imagine if you were wealthy enough, right? And you walked into work one day and you're just like, I think well, I think this is it. All right, guys, see ya. And then you're done with work forever. You get to pick and choose that. That's so good. You don't have to wake up at like 75, like, I think the back's gonna give out, but I gotta pay him more. No, you just fucking, he's 32 or 4,
Hey,
whatever.
that line hit home, bro.
Yeah, and he's just like,
That line hit home.
I'm out. That's kind of cool.
Nah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. If you can walk 10 years, 5 years after you, it's dope.
Dude, now he has like a weed regime. It's like Mike Tyson's knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tried it?
Fuck no.
Oh.
I've seen how high he gets.
Yeah, he gets too high.
Shit. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm good.
You know, I get, but I mean, his last
all over Vegas.
he was in his 40s for his last fight because it was he came back for a minute.
But still,
but
it was good. Knockout was good.
But then when he tells you like, yeah, I don't know, man. When you hear Mike Tyson talk about boxing, it's a beautiful thing and also an extremely terrifying, scary thing.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of cocaine.
That's Mike Tyson and himself.
Yeah, he's an intense dude. Did you ever see Kenan Thompson try to correct him on saying the N-word?
No.
Oh my God. I'm like, Kenan, back it down. It's Mike. He's like, Mike, why are you referring to yourself like that? I'm like, let him do whatever he wants, Kenan. And he held his ground.
You're not gonna stop him.
I give, but he held firm, and I give him a ton of credit. To be in the same room and see that tattooed face and be like, no, I disagree. I'm going to sit here. Props. I probably do the same thing just because I'm an argumentative son of a bitch, but I also know I'd probably push buttons and wasn't respectful like Kenan was. So, yeah.
Yep. And then no more KDot.
I had to own a weed empire.
Nah, didn't he punch a dude?
Because you're not gonna be here.
I might be dead.
Didn't he punch a dude on a plane for fucking with him?
Yeah.
Guess how much that guy got? Nothing.
Yeah, no. But that motherfucker, I think he was being physically antagonizing. You can't poke him. You can't poke him. I just would have went too hard in pain.
You're gonna emotionally poke him, and he's gonna punch you in the face.
It would be hilarious if it was like recorded. You'd see the moment that I realized I fucked up. You'd see the moment I wish I could take it back.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
All right. So now I have a fun topic for you guys.
That wasn't fun?
No.
I had fun.
I posted in the chat. I'm going to tell you the situation, and I kind of want to figure out what you guys would do if you were involved. If you were a victim of this situation.
Kill everybody.
I'm pulling out, squeezing, dumping.
TJ Dudley, college football player from Clemson.
Like fake name.
Yep.
It's like a Madden created character.
This is how I know that you guys
Humphrey Dumpling.
My messages. That's one. Two.
TJ what does TJ stand for? Thomas Jefferson? Thomas Jefferson.
That don't even matter. Look, listen.
Hilarious Jones.
Hilarious Jones Dumper.
Jalaska is still sticking with me.
Alaska.
All right. So TJ Dudley.
No, sorry. I had an idea that popped in my head.
A Clemson football player, former Clemson football player, was kicked off the team after they found out that he was selling his teammates nudes on OnlyFans of them in like the shower, and they didn't know. So I have a question. Well,
I shouldn't laugh at this. It's not funny.
Yeah.
Yes, the fuck it is.
It's got to be illegal. No, it's definitely
no. This is like sexual harassment. This is bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's terrible. Question. So obviously, you kind of answered the first one. You wouldn't do it.
Right? I wouldn't sell my teammates nudes on OnlyFans.
Would you do it?
No.
KDot's thinking about it. So that means
it reminds me of something I did do once.
See?
No, don't incriminate yourself. Felonies.
It's not incriminating. It's not incriminating.
No statute on felonies. Don't incriminate yourself.
When I was in middle school,
I wish you had a timestamp person.
This is everything you're about to say sounds illegal because it started with middle school.
I got high before we did this. That
doesn't matter.
I wanted to make sure that the Oz didn't hurt me this time. Okay, so I'm pretty fucking high. So you're gonna have to deal with it. All right.
I thought you meant you were high before you did what you're about to say.
No, I was a child. Oh, I got high as a kid.
What the fuck?
I used to get mad high as a fucking kid. Seventh grade. Went all fucking off. Went all deep end. The first time I did X was 6th, 7th grade. I I told my dad that on his birthday this year.
Oh my God! Finish
Why
the
the
story.
fuck would you do that? Why would you do
I was high.
Speaking of being high, I did it when we was kids.
So there was at one point in one school that I was going to, I had made a deal with some of the girls that were around me that the upperclassmen liked to claim that they had had relations with girls and have a trophy that would be their underwear. So I had 3 or 4 girls that would give me their underwear to then sell to the upperclassmen. And it was good fucking money.
Oh, they knew. Okay.
Yeah.
They knew. That's my thing.
That's
Consensual.
not
The question that you posed. The question you posed to us.
Answer it.
Was
you went off on a tangent.
But that's what I'm saying is like, I would be the one to say, hey guys, you want to make some dollars?
Yeah. But that's not what he did.
Yeah,
it's not a question. Who would say yes? That's okay to do. It's not.
You thought about it.
I know. I was thinking about what I was really thinking about is how do you broach that subject with your teammates?
Hey, y'all want to sell your dicks on the internet?
No, bro.
I've been looking around the locker room. There's some talent here.
Why did you go? Wait, what?
That's what I'm saying. How do you broach the subject? How do you get permission to do it?
You ask.
How do you break the ice?
Hey, this girl pay you $1,000 a day to see your dick.
You get in front of the damn locker room. Everybody got their clothes on. I'm like, yo, they want to pay to see y'all shit. So what we doing? Y'all want in?
You want this NIL deal? It's
look.
DJ,
this is the real NIL.
Demarius Johnson,
OnlyFans NIL.
Fucking Pornhub NCAA tab.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's
Man,
wild.
you don't walk up to no dude and be like, yo, you got some talent. Like, you don't do that.
Adam 22 would do that.
That should not be your role model.
He's a psycho.
It's not, but I will say that they're
you can't
honestly.
I reveal too much on this.
Honestly, I would be like, I'd be like angry at first for like 0.2 seconds, and I'd be like, how many clicks I get?
Yeah, like if it's bad baby money, let's go.
Yeah, I was like,
go.
Are you like right. I'm a second string lineman. I'm like, you saying I'm getting how many clicks?
Nothing though.
No, I know, but I'd be like, I got a market. I got a market for this.
Yeah, this dude's a sexual predator.
Yes.
Second question. Oh, he transferred to a different school and he's playing it now.
No, he's going to jail.
He's going to jail.
He's going to jail.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, whatever school he's at, he's about to not be at that school. So, I'm sure he transferred without them disclosing why. Now people know he is done.
It's not even revenge porn. This is a different fucking level.
Yeah. So what would you do if you were the teammate and you got put on OnlyFans?
I just told you I would try and figure out how many clicks I got, see if I could monetize because my shit's already out there.
Yeah, money. It's just it's sitting down with money people. How do we make money off this money thing?
Yeah.
There's OnlyFans money. Do I need to branch off? Do I need to
It turns out it's just my feet pics, and I'm like, oh, damn it.
It's just do we need to launch? Do I need to put like a Twitter page together?
I had a
You've seen his uncut dick in a locker room. Now here it is.
Brian, you said feet pics and then brought
it'll just be called Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. Wonderful. Wonderful.
All right, you're 1 for 1 today, right? Uncut Gems.
All right.
I don't know how I feel about it because of how Jimmy that movie was.
That's literally insane. Oh my God. All right. So let's run into like another funny topic.
Can I quickly when we were doing the TJ whatever? So you guys last week made fun of my Indomikong Sioux pronunciation. Yes. And I'm sticking by it. But he did an interview with Ryan Russillo, which I would strongly suggest everybody. Ryan Russillo has an ability that everyone that I've made fun of or say some shit about in the pod, the following week he has it on the podcast.
Oh,
Chris Paul.
He watches.
I love Chris Paul now, which was not the case like before that. And now I never disliked Indomikong. I just like making fun of him because I guess I'm a masochist and I want him to beat me up. I don't know.
I saw y'all seen that Mia Khalifa video given
Brian, you missed it. Why the fuck did you bite your fucking lip again?
I like biting my lip. It's my lips, and I get to do what I want with it.
Mia's been getting cooked.
Yeah, no, but somebody retweeted it, and the caption was
So annoying.
CP3 giving advice on how to win a ring. It was pretty good.
Yep.
Valid point. I find her annoying. I used to find her charming. I find her annoying now.
Yeah, I mean, she's just her head's too big.
Now, Sasha Grey, I do follow her. She's awesome. She's a person in transition.
I don't know the person.
Wonderful, wonderful talent in that world. And she retired, move on to acting, and she has a Twitch channel.
Yeah, she went to like college or something, right?
Maybe.
Miami.
I know that she definitely was in a couple. She was in a Steven Soderbergh movie. It was pretty fucking good.
Nice. Good for her.
Oh,
there's a cricket in this basement with me. Can you guys hear it?
What the fuck?
We need to move on. He is too high. He has like, I don't know. I've never seen ADHD get worse when you get high. It usually gets better. But man, you are all.
I am just coping. You guys forced me to ask my therapist to get me in an early session.
That was Keem's fault, first off.
You
and then
all dove in. What does a dentist make you say? Fuck
that
you.
was, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I didn't say it. I never said it, right?
He made you think it though. That was funny as fuck.
No, seriously, I can't hear the cricket.
No, bro.
No.
A lot of shit. Man, we kill the shit out of this motherfucker.
All right, so the Somalia run.
If y'all haven't seen it,
I was about to ask you if you've seen it.
I have. This is a professional race.
I mean,
wait. So,
and
Ryan, do you think you could beat the Somalia runner in a sprint of 100 meters?
Honestly, I'd probably be doing the same shit. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, I'd be like, look at this. Does this look like a sprinter? If the answer is no, I'm just happy to be here. I'm not trying to have a heart attack. Let's just have a good time and get out of here. No injuries. Hey, no injuries, right? So that's what I'm there for. I'm just here to have a good time. It's like those sack races when you're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I hated sack races.
Oh, me too. Fucking hated them. But that's what it reminded me of. Like, why are you here doing this?
Why? KDot, do you think you can win?
So I think that if she didn't run, I, like her, if I took her place, would have broken the record for the slowest 100 meter of all time. Hey. That also being said, I think I'd take her. I would take her.
Okay. It is a record though, so
it's impressive.
Like if you're not first,
bad, but
if you're not first, you're last.
Does she get a Guinness?
No.
Yeah, right. Because there's the Guinness for the slowest animal on Earth and the fastest.
My favorite part was the skip at the end.
Oh, so good. Hey,
look, I was like, what the fuck?
Crossing the finish line, right?
It's what I do if like I'm trying to beat a light. Like do the final skip over the curb. Like, I did it.
Woo. Damn it.
Yeah, that shit was terrible.
Yeah.
All right. So I did have another topic that was terrible, but I guess we kind of want to wait until Keem and Ron are here, which is the top 10 wide receiver duos, which I think the 33rd team did. And I believe that was only done for clickbait because that list was egregious.
Dude, and I have to say, between who did that list?
I think it was the 33rd team.
Yes.
But who are they employed by?
I think they're their own thing.
Oh, okay. I mean, ESPN's doing the same shit, like just all clickbait articles.
But really this is like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
I mean,
I don't think it's that egregious. It's bad.
Fuck it is.
But we'll
talk about it.
We'll wait on it until we get.
What ended up happening is that we're getting in the preseason since preseason just started last night, and
fucking ass.
We'll do our season preview closer to the regular season, but I think what we're gonna probably do is getting these next few weeks in the rankings, like every fucking body else. It's so important. when Ryan says some off the wall shit like Josh Allen's number one, it'd be just as clickbaity.
But I wouldn't say that.
You want to?
I have a question.
I would
I have just one question.
Is DeMar Hamlin top 5?
Oh God. No, he's not. He's top 2.
No, he's
just
top,
like Anthony
and he
Davis.
ain't number 2.
Just like Anthony Davis.
He's top 5.
Who got paid?
He's got top 5 cornerbacks who have had an on-field cardiac arrest during a football game, and he's not number 5.
He said during a football game because of his period. I'm like, Bronny? And it's like, I would say, did you see DeMar got a pick 6 in training camp? And they treated it like he won the fucking Super Bowl. It was so great. Justifies us rooting for him this hard.
I got a question for you guys.
We'll be second squad.
I'm rooting for him. Everybody
is. Is Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden, the receiver duo, better than Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt?
You just want to have the topic.
Yeah,
no, I'm just asking that one, and then we'll go through the rest of this later. But I'm just asking that one question.
ABC,
what do you guys think?
EFQ and who?
Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolden, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce.
That's a stupid question. Moving on.
What you got?
Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce.
Okay. KDot, what about you?
Although, don't get me wrong, ABCDEFQ is one of my favorite wide receivers of all time.
KDot?
I don't think we need to get into this right now.
Just answer the question. That's all. Just answer the question.
Who do I think it's hard to answer. Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce.
No, we're not getting into it. It's just awesome.
If I'm going pure talent, I go Larry and Anquan. I'm being completely honest, but it's Larry's better than anybody else in that group, and that's the thing. I think there's a gap. There's a pretty good gap between him and anybody else. Do you want to go to? Are you going Torrey? You're not going Isaac.
Torrey is that motherfucking guy.
I love Torrey. Torrey was awesome. I mean, no, I didn't love Torrey. I hated that team. But the
gap between Torrey Holt and Larry Fitzgerald is a lot closer than what you're making it seem.
I think there's a gap. I'm not saying there's a huge gap. I think there's a gap.
Okay, it might.
But we're not having this conversation. We were just picking.
Fine. All right.
You're like the kid who your mom's like no cookies, and you're just like.
Only when it comes to talking about receivers.
I got one question about it. Just one question. They both had the same quarterback. One like 15 years later. It impacts them enough.
That's my quarterback.
Like they had Kurt right out of the grocery store in St. Louis. They had Kurt after he had his time in New York and was fucking old. Because remember, he was old when he got in the league. He was mad old in Arizona. And I believe that was the quarterback for that duo. I might be wrong. That might have been some Carson Palmer or something like that.
I'm sorry.
And then the other point I would say is number 2 is great, but Jerry played with the better receiver at another point in his career. And that should be on the list rather than Taylor.
The thing is like we will get into that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
That's what I'm saying is like the list is bad. I just
the more time I look at the list, the more pissed off I get. So I'm closing my phone.
Okay.
Close my eyes.
I'm glad we're not talking about this conversation.
I'm just happy they weren't angry. There were no Raiders or something. No, there was a Raider duo in there. No, there should have been a Raider duo in there.
Jerry Rice and Tim Brown.
No. Absolutely not. They were old as fucking dirt.
They were great.
They were good.
No, we'll talk about it later.
Stop.
We'll talk about it later.
Fucking 52 years old, man.
Shut up.
You're the one who started this, James.
I said we'll talk about it later, and
you
insulting me.
Hey,
Charlie Garner?
we'll talk about
Charlie
it later.
Garner?
But this guy had the same quarterback, didn't he? Like,
I didn't say that.
yes, he did.
Was Charlie Garner the running back?
Yeah. And Tyrone Wheatley
and Rich Gannon.
Rich Gannon, yeah.
Rich Gannon. What a good name.
All right.
My favorite name
also
of all time
James
is
Jett.
still Algae Crumpler. What a name.
James Jett was good.
Oh, it felt like an infection.
Not the best Jet. Joe
Got
Jet's
the
my
algae
favorite.
crumplers.
Jet Jackson.
Joe Jet.
Rest in peace.
Yep. Facts.
That show is terrible.
I haven't looked at it again.
Show is trash.
I can't do it. I just want to keep the memories of my childhood intact. I don't want to look at it.
He was dope. He was dope.
It would ruin it for me. All right. So next thing, we got Washington and Oregon moving to the Big Ten, which I think just happened officially, all of them.
All right, let me get in here first on this.
They officially did it.
They done did it.
So it's like I've been saying on this pod for a very long time. The NCAA is fucking dumb. It needs to go away. But before it goes away, there's one final thing that has to happen, which is the conferences in the way that people think about the conferences in traditional NCAA football was about regional rivalries. You had rivalries and they depended on ticket sales and merch sales and those rivalries kind of kicking off in between these teams, whatever, right? Now, this is not what the NCAA is basing anything off of. What they're basing it off of is television rights and contracts that way. And what you get down to is if those are the dollars you're chasing, you have to have the best teams play the best teams. It ends up being the same thing we talked about in soccer when it came to Super League. It wasn't about the Super League being a bad idea as far as television viewers. It's a bad idea for what it meant for the future of that sport, which is what the pushback was. It was a spit in the face of what they did traditionally, this, that, the other. If you are a fan of NCAA football, you should be very irate over what's happening with the conferences. If you want it to crash and burn like I do, fucking bring it on. This is part of the natural progression of what has to happen with this, with football. No one's turning on. I almost said a school I'm about to have a relationship with. I'm going to tell them. No one is going to have Virginia Commonwealth fucking playing Alabama, and tuning in to watch that shit. We see every fucking year they have all the powder. What do they call them? Powder puff, teams.
But hey, that parlay gonna hit though.
Yeah, there's how much he can stack, right? It's like how many running.
Like, hey, they're gonna win by 50.
FanDuel specials. Will 5 running backs for Alabama score a touchdown? So it's like
it was minus 100, but now it's plus 250.
So just it's like, so I get that if they want, and I think that's what the NCAA is realizing is like, and then here's the thing with that, there also is a possibility that they start paying the athletes. But what that means as far as the dynamic between what a player chooses with the NIL deals and everything, it's kind of a wild, wild west of where players are going to go. I think you're seeing the wealth sort of distributed a bit in that sense as far as talent, but they're going to try to narrow the focus. And I get it. It's short-sighted. I think what NCAA need to hold on more than anything was tradition and just pay the athletes. But I also think that more money that gets generated with more TV deals that get generated, there's an opportunity that you're going to have these top 20 teams, I think it will probably boil down to, be able to pay their athletes a significant sum compared to anybody else. And that would be really the death rattle for the NCAA. Or you look at the NCAA as a true amateur organization, but then what does that mean? Ticket sales go right back into revenue to just keep the programs alive, but there's no really a surplus of cash. And I think that's the way things should have always been if they were going to do it this way.
Well, we'll see what happens. Ryan, you got thoughts?
Yeah, they're all just shooting themselves in the foot. In terms of like keeping the integrity of the sport, but when the sport has such little integrity to begin with, why get all worked up about it? You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does hurt some of the smaller schools, but maybe like don't have a football team.
I remember we moved to the Big Ten from the ACC because they were cutting a bunch of sports.
I mean, yeah, it's going to consolidate into a couple leagues. That's just all that's going to happen.
All right, so
y'all always y'all were always ACC because I was a Boston College guy. We went from Big East to the ACC. The Big East ACC bullshit. I remember that like it was yesterday. I don't even fucking know what conference Boston College is in right now. I'm guessing it's still the ACC. Yeah, which is a dead fucking conference.
Yep.
No, Big East is dead. ACC is alive.
ACC is it. I mean, it has a pulse, but it ain't. It's surviving, not thriving. Clemson's not going to stick around.
I think Clemson going to the SEC sooner rather than later.
Yeah, come on.
And then the when it comes to the ACC, the biggest thing there is Duke versus North Carolina in basketball.
Well, yeah, it's basketball. That's why it will
But-
survive.
Like that.
And Syracuse,
How much hype has that had the past few years?
last year? A lot.
Oh, I didn't watch, so I don't know. And also, fuck Duke.
Fair.
Just had to say that.
I'm trying to remember all the ACC. I'm so tapped out of fucking college sports, bro. It's kind of like boxing for me. Jesus, it looks like, hey, these teams meant something 30 years ago.
You don't tap out in boxing. What are you talking about?
You could.
Idiot. I guess you could.
You can.
Throw in the towel. That's what you do.
You can physically tap out. It still resonates. You can. I'm just saying. It's rare.
You can.
All right, so then Jonathan Taylor versus the Colts.
I mean,
I have questions.
I have answers.
Okay, cool.
You think you do?
Oh, I did.
You have no
You have no idea.
All right.
This is
Who do you think is going
MTV.
to win this war?
Who has more money?
Ursay.
Okay, done.
All right, cool.
Next question.
Whose side are you on?
Who has more money?
Ursay.
Not that guy. Next
Okay.
question. I'm good at this game.
Yeah, is the killer whale thing real?
Yeah.
So like he's like, fuck you, Jonathan Taylor. Also, I'm gonna spend $50 million to save this orca.
And put it back in this pod that's still there like after 53 years. So that whale old as shit.
Yeah, but they live to like super old. But still, like he's
That's
like
old as shit.
he is so high right now. Not like also the past week, but his right now. Yeah, he's Free Willy. He just watched that fucking film. He was snorting coke.
Say you'll be there.
Tearing up Jonathan Taylor's contract, watching Free Willy with that like. Was
The other
she
part of it's like
lesbian? I don't know. The
Orcas-
trainer
oh.
with her short ass hair.
It was Lori Petty, you piece of shit. She's
Was
amazing.
it?
assholes.
Oh,
Orcas
she's
are
hot. She
assholes.
was so hot when I was a kid.
Dude,
Yeah.
Lori Petty's still fucking hot. Point Break, fucking.
That was 30 years ago.
I saw her in the L Word, I think, like 10 years back.
That's like 15 years ago, and that's why I asked if she was a lesbian.
I think she just played one well. I don't know if she is, actually. She was also Tank Girl. That movie did not work, but I really love it. Free Willy, I watched like a month or two ago. It holds up.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Sorry.
Why are the orcas getting more airtime than Jonathan Taylor right now?
Because they're fucking orcas. They're dope as
One,
shit. Have you
no,
seen
one.
Free Willy?
If
They're
you did
assholes.
And it's the last great Michael Jackson song. No,
Okay.
Scream's pretty good, but then you give Jan a lot of credit for that one.
What he did was say,
Orcas are dicks.
fuck
Not
you,
like dolphins.
Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to give
The
all the
worst.
money I could have
Dolphins are
given
so
to
much
you to this orca. That's what he did. He spent all of the Jonathan Taylor money on an orca.
Well, you goddamn commie. Don't you tell people how to spend their money. He earned it on the backs of these black men. So
I thought you were talking about the orca.
I just want to talk about the orca.
he has enslaved the black men to free a black whale.
Yeah. Fuck orcas, man.
Why do you hate orcas so much?
Orcas are dope.
They're dickheads, bro.
I mean, they are called
They're-
killer whales.
They're the
No.
dickheads of the
No,
sea.
look, listen. I was like,
No,
I was
dolphins are
enchanted
the
by
biggest.
Free Willy.
Well, dolphins are psychos.
I
Well,
was enchanted
orcas
by
are-
Free Willy as a kid.
No,
like,
well,
we all were. I thought they were cool. Then you get older, you see the videos of what they actually be doing out here. You be like, yo, fuck that.
Dude, all they do is like ruin like rich people's boats.
That's what they've been doing now. They've
Yeah,
just been
in
fucking
Don't you
got a
boats up,
boat?
bro.
Huh?
Don't you got a boat?
Yeah, but there's
Don't
no
we
orca-
ruin for it to get ruined?
There's no orcas in my lake that I know of.
Oh, you heard it, Lake.
Hey,
Oh.
Jim Irsay gonna make
Ursay, I
He gonna
got
fix
I got a
that.
landing spot for your
he
orca,
gonna
buddy.
fix that shit.
At least just a pit stop.
Mhm. Just hang out here until Ryan gets on his boat.
just ruin a few boats for me,
Just
guys.
let me pet his tongue. No, I mean,
shit.
no. Here's the thing. The thing that sucks is, I think Jonathan Taylor's going to go somewhere, right? Or he's going to sit out and go somewhere. Doesn't really matter. But he's not going to get paid what he's worth, which I think is the unfortunate part of his predicament. Just because he's you know, he gets the workload, like a super heavy workload on a very, very, very average offense, and he doesn't get paid enough for it. So, I mean, he's also got to stay healthy, but this is a lose-lose, I think, at this point for
when he shows up at the Colts,
Taylor.
Like the Colts offices, I just hope he's wearing an orca suit.
An orca suit with C4 strapped to it.
No, just the orca
And
suit.
Human Nature blasting really loud.
Tell that it's human nature. Why?
Oh, damn it, wrong song.
Yeah.
All right.
Right there.
You do me that way.
What is the name of the Free Willy song that Michael Jackson did?
I haven't seen that movie in decades. All right, question.
Hold me, hold me.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're my friend.
Hey, that song goes.
I'm going to listen to that as soon as this is over. No, I'm going to be fucking.
It's on the
right, so-
Dangerous album.
Oh, so
now we have
you'll be there.
we have KDot's topic that Ryan and I have. Some
I didn't talk about Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we got Free Willed.
I do care more about the Orcas.
Fuck the orcas.
I think it's hard pressure anybody to know what Jonathan Taylor's value is right now. It's weird. It's a really weird thing. You see with the Saquon Barkley deal. Do we think he's getting fair value for who he is? I don't know. The idea that I don't know if Jonathan Taylor is going to get what he thinks he deserves or his agent thinks he deserves. We talked about the last 3 weeks about the running back position and how it's completely changing and it's being devalued, but there are other positions that have had that happen to them in the past. Things change. Same thing, tight end. Tight end's about to change dramatically. Nobody's thought about that. Like, that's going to be a position that absolutely changes because they used to be able to say, okay, we get to pay you not like a wide receiver because you're just a fucking tight end, but when you got your Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce's, and Kyle Pitts are like your leading receivers on the fucking team, they're going to command more fucking money. So, like, there's things that happen. And with Jonathan Taylor, the last 2 years, he's been making up for absolutely a horrific quarterback play. So, Matt Ryan and then Carson Wentz before him was there somebody before Carson? No, it was Carson and Matt, right?
Yeah.
Where they had to put the entire load on him to get them anywhere, right? And they didn't really get where they needed to go. I think things will change with Anthony Richardson as far as the way they will be on the offense. Although, I don't know if they're just like, hey, you're our bell cow. This is what it's going to be. But, I mean, once again, it goes down to what it is your usage is going to be. And I just don't know if there's going to be a running back that really can reset the market because of how different these guys are being used.
So here's the other thing that I think may end up happening. Is instead of having, like, obviously there's different tiers of players that get paid differently. Some left tackles make $2 million, some make 25. But I think some teams and players are going to have to start paying their players team appropriately, as opposed to like, oh, XY got 90 million. That means me at this position also deserves 90 million. It's not going to really work that way, right? So, like, if you're on a team and, you know, the Patriots have the number 2 wide, or Justin Jefferson, he gets paid some astronomical sum because he's outrageously good and he is a number 1 target on that team, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're the number 1 offensive option on your team, maybe you just pay that guy, just gets paid more, right? Or if you're like, I don't know, any of the Washington running backs, you're not going to get paid as much, right? Because you're not being asked to produce, and it's like 3 of you. But if you're a number 1 offensive option, it's not like everybody. Saquon's getting 10. Some people are going to get 6. Maybe he gets 12. Like, it's not.
That's what they were talking about with the performance fund that we talked about, right? Was like if some guys play out beyond their. I think it's going to have to be tied to usage. Your touches.
Exactly. But like the player performance fund can be like, all right, we have our running back. He's our number 1 option, right? He gets paid a shit ton. If one of our receivers blows up and our quarterback finds an arm in midseason, the player performance fund goes to fund that, but not for your number one option, right? Or your number one option is just going to walk to a team that wants to pay him like he's their number one offensive option. And I think that I think those 1-2 year contracts for running backs and maybe even tight ends is really going to help because they'll be, out of team control.
Yeah.
Like either pay me or see ya. And that's also why they got to get rid of the rookie deal because I think a lot of people really get hurt on that. Or have the rookie deal be 1 year, right?
Yeah, but also the other thing that I don't think a lot of people are talking about is he's coming off his worst season. His first 2 years are fantastic.
But
this last year he was hurt for 6 games, but even when he came back, a full yard under his normal average.
He was on an ass.
Not denying any of that.
Ass offense.
Not denying any of that. But I think it just goes back to what it is. Like, look, I want more guaranteed money because I'm the running back and I don't know how long my career is going to be. You guys ran me 332 fucking times my second year in the league. I want my guaranteed cash.
To be honest, I think that they should have guarantees, of course, but I'd like it to be front loaded. So like you guarantee that money. And then on the team's aspect, like, all right, if your play falls off a cliff, we can let you go, but you got paid.
Well, you also can't front load it a lot of the times because you're bringing them in on a rookie deal. Probably means you have a couple people on very expensive deals.
I'm thinking like a Josh.
Well, it's guaranteed money. Who fucking cares?
And
you break your leg season one. Guess what?
You got paid.
It's guaranteed.
Your family's taken care of.
Exactly, and they have NIL deals now too. So a lot of those superstars coming out already got
cash already. They should, but that's the thing is like there will always be a situation in the NFL where because of the sport and what it happens, it's you could get hurt and you might never play again. And what it is that they do to protect the players, which is what goes back to fucking the Dan Snyder emails and everything else. The NFL's Player Association have done not enough to protect and to make sure that their players are taken care of in the short term or the long term, knowing what it is that's going on with these guys. All the stuff that they've acquiesced to, the deals as far as what happens if you hold out in training camp and the fines that you start getting should not have been something that was like, I understand there's a balance, but while the NBA has skewed, I think to some people in way too much of the player empowerment league, the NFL made no bones about it. The players are not the ones that have the power in this dynamic at all. It is absolutely an owner-driven fucking league. I actually tell people the ones that are about the NBA being like the player empowerment thing. I'm being completely honest. I don't think it's hurt the product, and I just think that they could learn a thing or two from what it is that they do, or we should really do is look the way baseball fucking handles their shit, contract wise.
Knockouts.
All right, KDot's topic. Carly Lloyd.
Oh,
did you want to talk about Carly Lloyd?
Yeah, so I am aware of what's happening with the Women's World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kill that child.
We can't hear it.
Okay, I can.
Wait, did you just say you're gonna kill a child?
You can't prove that I said that.
I can't.
Don't rewind. Anyone, just keep it quiet.
Be kind. Don't rewind.
I love that movie. Carly Lloyd, former athlete for the women's national team in the United States, one of the greatest soccer players we've ever had. As a commentator on whatever is NBC, it's doing the
Fox, NBC.
No, one of them, fucking some network. I don't watch it. So I did see the clip. So the USA team is always known to be fucking world beaters, right? Like they are the most physical, probably the fastest. They
number
just
one
dominate over everything. We always make fun of our men, and the women are the ones supposed to bring us soccer glory, right? And it does not look that way so fucking far. Like they have barely scraped by outside of the first game where Sophie Smith fucking went off on whoever the fuck they played. But they just barely they barely survived an elimination round against Portugal with a 0-0 draw. And after the match, you had most of the players were fucking congratulating each other, high-fiving, dancing. Did Rapinoe dance? I didn't see her.
Former world champions.
I did see Alex, and I was a little disappointed in that. And I know they're a fairly young team, but when you look at like the leadership core, especially, Carly Lloyd kind of went off, and she was very upset with them. She could have went harder. I actually think she held back quite a bit, but I agreed with her 100%. Like, look, I can't go too hard in the paint because once again, I don't really watch this sport. And I don't want to be a dick for something I don't really watch, but I've always found it weird if you, period in soccer, the fact that there's ever a situation, it breaks my American mind that you cheer a tie or a draw is fucking nuts to me. So that alone had me like, after I saw 0-0, I'm like,
teams cheer a loss because they still went through. So that's even worse than all the other. Yeah.
Fucking aggravating, right? Like I don't, that part, like even seeing the 0-0 was just like, what the fuck are they celebrating for? Like, oh, we didn't get eliminated? That's no, you should be like holding your head in your, like, what the fuck? And I get it. I'm never, look, I don't have the fortitude, the talent, the drive, the anything that these women do. Never taking anything away from them. They accomplish shit that I would never dream of accomplishing, just getting to the dance or getting to that level of competition. But it's fucking weird and a little off-putting if I'm rooting for you and you do that. It's just fucking, it rubs me the wrong way, especially when this is about to be a team that dominates. Like, did you know about Jamaica? Jamaica's in the exact same standpoint that the USA is in right now, and they had to hold a GoFundMe to send the team to the fucking World Cup. What?
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Jamaica. Ooh, sorry.
Look at the stuff that the Brazil women had to go through, like years ago.
Where are they now?
They just got knocked out too.
Yeah, they at home. All the big teams, most of the big teams.
Yeah, so like Brazil, Germany, is France knocked out too or no?
I don't think so.
I forgot who else it was, but yeah,
I can tell you that was there 3 African countries in Jamaica?
If you have a chance at a certain point, watch Marta's press conference because I think she's like retiring and all that stuff. But
good,
yeah. But I mean,
a dirty ass player.
Her speech was nice. It was nice.
All I know is that I've watched a lot of women's soccer highlights over the year. I think I've watched more women's soccer highlights than men's in my life. I will say that I don't see, it used to be, it looked as though the Americans were just playing against kids. Like they could just be physically dominant and just rely on athleticism. And it looks like the world, for the most part, when they're not as big, they've caught up quite a bit in that regard. But yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you,
but I can't speak on like strategy and shit.
How little hope I have for them beating Sweden. I have zero hope.
What's the line?
I'm hammering Sweden. I know that's un-American, but
no shit.
My money spends in every country in the world, so hey. No, just to kind of bounce off that. It was so I woke up at like 4:30-ish. I was expecting to see like 4-0. And when I saw 0-0 and like 6 shots on goal, and then listening to Carly Lloyd, I was like, dude, if I was the coach, I would send everybody fucking home. Like, get ready for the next World Cup. Because if those aren't the people you want leading this team, first of all, to be celebrating like that, because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. Everybody's embarrassed for you. People watching, embarrassed. And if you're not going out there to win and you're going to celebrate like that, that's not a winner's mentality. And so you're not going to win, right? So just go home and reset, which I'm assuming they'll do after the Sweden game. So
we don't know shit about shit in regards to like the women's like scene, like for clubs and stuff like that. But
I watch the American Women's Soccer League.
I think most of them should be playing in Europe rather than here. I feel like there'll be more competition over there.
Well, it's better than when they barely played at all.
But this feels like an anomaly. It doesn't. I don't know if it's part of a trend. It just feels like
a anomaly.
I said it right the first time, asshole.
Yeah, you did.
I don't think so though. I don't think so though.
You think this is forever changed?
Yeah, like I don't think they would beat Spain. And
So
they have some of the best players in the world on Spain.
When talking to Amit, who I do Dish Divided with, he made a point that I've heard from more than one person. They have the best players in the world on this team, but they're choosing to stick with the old heads instead of letting the young people shine. So, like,
Rapinoe was on the bench.
Like Alex Morgan is still starting. So, like, there is an element of like. In the first match is the one that we had them like I think it was probably their least opponent, but we had Sophie Smith come out of nowhere and fucking score those 2 goals, or Trinity Rodman, who's supposed to be like the next phenom, and like we should highlight these people for. And I know that's also been something that people have criticized Carly Lloyd for speaking out because she does not apparently get along with this coach at all. So there is a little animus there. But yeah, just keeping it to the I don't know, just from a competitive standpoint, I'm not the rah competitive dude. I get in my bag every once in a while, but I'd never like glowingly be happy with a losing result. I almost feel like that's rude.
All right, so look, when you said that people told you that the U.S. women have the best players in the world, right? I pulled up the first list I can find of the top, I think it was like top 50 women's players heading into the World Cup.
Or most talented, the ones that have the, sorry, keep taking.
They have 2 out of the top 20, right? And the team I brought up before with Spain, 1, 2, 3. They got 3 in the top 10. France,
they're out, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, check to see if Spain's out. Katarina, I've seen her cars go crazy. She's
no, they're still in. Spain's out.
She's the only American that's in the top 6, and she's at 6. Australia has Sam Kerr, who's a baller.
Yeah, but Spain barely made it.
Yeah, because you know why? Because of all the issues that they had with their federation. You remember where a lot of the players were mutiny?
So right now, Switzerland, Spain, Japan, Norway, Netherlands, South Africa, Sweden, USA, England, Nigeria, Australia, Denmark, Colombia, Jamaica, France, and Morocco.
Yeah, so France got a bunch of people. You said Netherlands, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they got a bunch of people. England, of course.
I think the idea that I'm getting is that there is a youth movement happening in American women's sport, in American women's soccer, and they're not being highlighted enough right now.
Well, maybe that's the reason that Rapinoe has issues with the coach. I mean, but that happens every fucking World Cup. Men's, women's, they're always like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
It's just usually with the men's.
Well, FanDuel's giving me
no,
all your money back.
If they lose, you get your money back.
Get your money back and be fast.
Fuck you! Like I'm not betting on them, assholes.
Yep. I mean, I don't have faith in this team. Sad to say.
Oh,
yeah.
Reform, but
I haven't lost a lot of money, but I have bet on them with just whatever was left in my FanDuel account, and it's gone now.
No, you ain't got shit in there.
I have $13 in my FanDuel account right now.
Hammer Sweden.
Yeah, you might as well.
I think I have a few baseball stuff, but I've been like just finishing Eagle. I'm so fucking poor right now. It's nuts.
Stop betting, man.
I've just been using what's in the account.
Oh.
Like I haven't added anything to the account. Yeah, because I might have to have an uncomfortable conversation with James about missing his wedding because I can't afford it. Let's continue.
We'll get you there. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll get you there. I got a couple extra dollars.
Rich man.
You got you.
Why am I rich? Because I save.
Motherfucker. Here's the thing. I'm stuck on this podcast right now as the poor guy with the dude that owns a boat and a plane and the dude that drove Audis and lost Rolexes in high school. It's just one of these things is not like the other.
Not a flex.
First of all, I never.
And Audi's not a flex. How fucking out of touch are you?
Audis lose like half their value. They're like the least valuable used car on the market.
Audi is not a flex in high school.
No, you get a used Jetta for the same price as a used Audi.
Boom.
Y'all are
Audi's
fucking
no.
touch.
I know. I
Look
look at
rich.
this shit all the time. Audis maintain their value like hookers.
You know what? All right, look.
In 2000, what? 8?
Get up,
2007?
get up,
This is 2007?
get up.
2007, 2008?
Listen, I was listening to a car guy who buys sports cars for a living. He was discussing
We do not need to go deep on this.
Listen,
Nope,
he
don't
was,
care.
he was discussing the money he makes from buying and selling cars. He said the car that he lost the most money on was a fucking Audi A6.
No shit. You know why, dickheads? Because you pay a lot at first. And that's what you guys did. And we're skipping over the big part. He lost a Rolex in high school. Suck my dick.
Who gives
Y'all
a
are out of touch.
Who
I
gives a
know.
shit?
Your
It's so
family's
much.
fucking out of touch.
I have never bought a new car.
Yeah, hold on. No, you do white shit. You guys buy pieces of shit fucking cars that just last forever. Like, that's what you do. Like, when I first met you, you had that fucking oversized pickup truck. It just looked like you were some bum fucking redneck, and it's like, he lives in Annandale. What the fuck is this bullshit? And now you drive a fucking tiny convertible with like no fucking
2001 Honda S2000. It's 20 years old.
white people keeping their money. Hold on. You know, I'm gonna be more specific. Jewish people keeping their fucking money.
And
You
now we're
can't-
canceled.
It's true. I'm jealous. They teach it. Hey, we need to be frugal.
You can go to shul and learn.
Why buy the new Audi? You can buy a Honda.
You can buy a Camry.
and then get your bagel. It's good.
Get from point A to point B. Yeah, so like Spain's supposed to be killing this, and a lot of players of Barcelona, which I love to see. All right, final thoughts, guys.
I
Who
can
wants to
go.
first.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was better than they had any fucking business being, bro.
You see it?
It's fucking great. Like, it was so much fun. My girlfriend had to take care of her nephew the other day. We had to pick him up from school, and then we were like trying to figure out what to do. I wanted to go ice skating, but he didn't want to go ice skating. So
I would pay money to see you on skates.
I was
thought
actually
the same
really
exact thing.
So here's the thing. So I was really, really good on ice skates for like a very long period of time in my life. But that was all 15 fucking years ago.
Oh yeah, no, your ankles.
You
are
know what?
fucking-
Hey,
Oh, I'm
close.
done. But I can't. I have to do it.
KDot, my sister-in-law is an ice skating instructor, so we can make that happen.
Does she have her own rink?
No, I don't. I don't
I
want
want
him
him.
to get. I do not want him to get instruction. I just want to see him put on skates.
No,
and
I'm
see
doing
what
it. If
happens.
you want, in the next few weeks, I will be at the Cabin John Ice Rink in Montgomery County.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to go as early as possible. Maybe wait for the school year to start, just so the
Well,
kids are out.
She's pregnant.
yeah, like
this is not
10-year-old's
happen
gonna be
anytime
laughing
soon.
at
Here's what I know. I know I'm gonna fall.
Yes.
Guarantee I'm gonna fall.
Can you get back up?
I'm
That's
gonna
what I
be
wanna
fucked
see.
up with the fall. It's just a matter of how fucked up I'm gonna be.
I'm there.
It's 100% more to a lot. It's just, but I want to do this so bad because I miss being on ice skates.
I'm there.
But I digress.
I'll dust off my skates.
Her nephew probably saved my life and said, "No, I don't want to ice skate." So I was like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie's coming out, and it's written by Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good, man. Like, you could tell, like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if you've ever been a fan or grew up with them, the one thing that they've never actually done was make them teenagers. Like, it's always 20-something-year-old guy. Cowabunga, dude!
I'm 32. I'm living in the sewers.
I got fucking pizza. Let's shred, bro. Like, it's just...
You sound like the dude from the Goofy movie that loves the cheese.
All right, I will say there are two properties make pizza look better than it ever has. It's the Goofy movie and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hmm.
Crave that shit after you watch the fucking movies. It was just and Jackie Chan, amazing voice acting. Ice Cube,
He's in there.
yeah, he's a master player, and
That seems racist, but I'll let it go.
it was dope. And then Ice Cube, Superfly, fucking cool. Paul Rudd was
Ryan said almost racist with it.
And let me guess, all the turtles are white. Get out of here.
No, actually, like if you had, so they're turtles, but if you put a gun in my head, I'd say that we got black Ninja Turtles for the first time. I heard the Ninja Turtles say, "You're bacon, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, cheese."
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going.
Ryan.
Yeah, I know. Nigga fly. He's already playing nigga fly.
No, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's why Van Lathan of the Ringer podcast network, I was listening to his review or the Midnight Boys review, and he did admit that when he was in grade school, him and his buddy did create a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they were all terrible. They all had like braids and carried guns.
We're gonna watch it.
Man, they part of the problem, bro.
We're gonna watch it.
But yeah, totally check it. Like it's if it wasn't for Across the Spider-Verse coming out earlier this year, this would have been my favorite anime.
Oh, damn. No, they did make two of them black. All right.
Yeah, and they like hiring the actual team to do the voices, like, and you could hear. So when you're hearing, like, because I'm online all the time because I do it for work, like, I know what Riz is, but like having to leave the movie theater, my girlfriend, what the fuck were they talking about with Riz? I was like, that's dope. Like, we're washed, and that was like a show. That was a cool movie.
Yeah.
It still played to us, but they kept it real to the youth, and that was dope. They're on their iPhones and shit like that. It was so much better than it had any business being. I mean, I had faith because of who was involved, but it superseded all its expectations.
Dude, and the white dude that they cast as the only white dude turtle is the whitest person I've ever seen.
But Mondo, Gecko.
All right, so let me go ahead and
I still need to see Barbie. I'm really angry I haven't seen Barbie yet.
My final thoughts is inspired by KDot's final thought. You were talking about turtles.
I like turtles.
The wedding venue, they have a turtle pond in the middle of the wedding venue.
That's pretty sick.
I can't take a turtle back to the United States from Mexico. Okay?
No.
You can't take animals. So I remember walking.
What happens?
They
get taken from you.
Yeah,
and
they
you get put in a
stop
room.
you, and then you get really sad when you find out you killed the turtle.
Can I take turtle soup? Can I make the soup?
You can't bring anything over the border, man.
Prepared food, yes.
Probably not.
Not soup, but prepared food, yes.
I mean, you'd have to ship it. You can't take it on a plane.
I can't put it in my check-in?
No.
Frozen soup?
No. Frozen Mexican soup? All right, buddy. It'll be like,
Oh yeah, you're smoggling shit.
Relax.
I'm taking tamales. I'm taking hot tamales.
You smuggled tamales back.
Yeah.
Were you with
cocaine?
your wife?
Hmm?
Okay, then that's fine. You get a single black male crossing into Mexico, coming back 3 days later with frozen soup. He's getting arrested immediately for no reason.
Yeah.
Tamale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
calm
I'm
down,
thinking
Alexa.
each pod until the wedding, I drop one clue about something that's gonna happen at the wedding.
Man, I'm an alcoholic. I'll forget. So I'll just be
Yeah.
surprised all over
That'd be
again
great,
when
yeah.
I get there. I'll be like, oh fuck, turtles.
Oh yeah, it was a fucking wedding. It was a fucking wedding. I thought it was in Mexico.
Yeah.
Get there-
When have
get
you
there
ever
on
seen me
Thursday.
sloppy drunk?
Get there on Thursday.
Never.
No,
Mm.
I was about to
Get
say
Thursday.
something. I was about to incriminate you.
Once.
So goddamn bad.
Once.
Yeah, because you had a little pick me up afterwards. Keeps
Yeah.
you straight.
little caffeine.
little caffeine. Yeah, little caffeine.
All right.
My
Ryan,
final thought.
Mhm.
The Washington Capitals extended forward Tom Wilson for 7 more years.
Damn.
So he will be there for
He's
basically the entirety of his career. No, he's 29, 28.
Oh.
Late 20s. I think he's late 20s.
Yeah, he's late
I thought
20.
he's
So
like
he'll be there.
34 at this point.
No, that would be Alex Ovechkin, who's old as fuck. So he'll be there for the rest of his career. It looks like we're going to extend TJ Oshie and bring up a bunch of young bucks this year. I'm kind of excited. Well, I was excited about the Mets and like how that ended up. So I'm like moderately to moderate.
not?
Alex is 37.
Yeah, Alex is old as shit.
We're not
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
crazy.
Alex. We're talking about
I know.
Tom. I mean, Alex will
thought
play
Tom
for
was like-
another fucking 10 years because he's Russian. So,
but I mean, Alex Ovechkin's in the running.
It's like it's 50.
If he won more, he'd be the greatest. He won't be because he didn't win enough. But I mean, he's going to be in the top 3 conversation, top 5.
I mean, he'll be the greatest goal scorer.
Yes, that'll
of
be
all
true.
time in one of the most difficult eras to score goals. So
Bingo.
He'll be probably 1A, 1B for greatest of all time if he can stay healthy.
If he wins another one, I think we have a conversation.
Yeah.
Is Sidney Crosby top 3?
Biggest bitch.
Bingo. Fuck him.
Bingo bongo.
Right. What about Connor McDavid?
He's like 12. He's got.
All right. So who's the top 3 then? Gretzky, cool. Ovechkin, and who's?
No, I don't have Ovechkin there yet.
I'm just saying, out of the top 3, who would you put 2 or 3? You said Ovechkin's probably top 3. So then, who else is in that top 3?
Mario,
and maybe Gordie Howe.
You go back for Gordie. Bobby.
Bobby Orr. But Ovi's going to be right up there when he retires because I think he's better. Yeah. He's better than. He might even be better than Gordie.
It's Gretzky's got the wins. He's got the championships. Like that's the thing that.
But it was also so much easier back then.
I'm not saying that, of course, but all right. If Ovechkin played in that era, but then you get into the era conversation, nobody wants to do that.
I think if Ovi wins one more and breaks the goal scoring record,
if he gets both of those things,
everybody said that goal scoring record would never be broken.
If he gets both, it's done.
If he gets both, I think that.
And that's fucking dope. Washington for the entirety of someone's career had the greatest. Last time we had that, Sammy Baugh. God damn.
And you
and Sammy Baugh, bro.
How would you
y'all disrespect the lack of Sammy Baugh appreciation just shows a lack of historic merit and value.
I think it just makes me giggle. How would you have consumed a Sammy Baugh game?
Me?
Yeah.
Through a stolen radio on the side of a project because I probably wasn't allowed in the facility.
That's right. You were.
No, I think they allowed us in Griffith Stadium.
I don't know if y'all had a section.
I think I would have worked. I would have worked somewhere in the on the facility. I would have worked on the ground. See slinging Sammy.
I don't know if you got paid. They'd probably be like, you just get to watch the game.
Look, football's history is bad. All of them are bad, and there's no football equivalent in the Negro League. So, but the thing is, football. So it's point. Well, here's the thing. I don't know for sure what. I'm guessing he didn't play with many, but remember, football started not segregated. It was integrated. Then it became segregated, thanks to the owner of the Washington Redskins.
Which is why I'm saying I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Sammy didn't play with any.
Yeah,
we didn't get ours until Bobby Mitchell in the 1960. So
I was just confused on how you would have watched Sammy, but that's neither here nor there.
I would have seen him as I had picked up grass.
I'd have gotten one of those cups with the string on it, funneled it out of the stadium to you.
Sammy threw a touchdown. He sure knows how to sling that pigskin, boys.
Yep. He ran past 5
mil. Fuck up.
On the way.
The crackers playing that goddamn sport we can't play. Fuck wrong with you? But I like watching slinging Sammy throw the rock.
Why am I like an old jive turkey?
No, you're supposed to talk like one of the old timey news people with the transatlantic, right? It's slinging Sammy Baugh, see? And I'm gonna go
now, see, run down the field today.
Oh my god.
Slinging Sammy Baugh, brought to you by Chesterfield Cigarettes. Beat your wife. Come home, dinner's not ready. Beat her. And go outside, have a Chesterfield while your food's in the oven.
Why?
Chesterfield Cigarettes. Brought to you by Slinging Sammy Baugh and the Washington Redskins.
We were so close to finishing this pod without anything.
That's a good bit, man. I remember I used to do that when we did the vote, when we did just the audio pod. Chesterfield Cigarettes. I forgot all about that.
It's not racist if he's black. Hello. Now, if I did it, now we're getting ourselves in trouble.
The beat your wife part.
Want your baby to come out right? Chesterfield Cigarettes. Smoke it.
That was literally on the packs back in the day.
Your
It was
baby
like-
nose with smooth
You
tobacco.
said that was on the pack? No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
like
that's
it, like in
totally
the
was everything.
30s and 40s. There was like
100%.
nursing mothers. You need to relax. Have a cigarette.
Chesterfield cigarettes.
Son, the Chesterfield cigarettes thing you saying, it did not say beat your wife on that.
Oh no, it was accepted. It was part of the advertising.
That's crazy. All right, cool.
Come on, what happens if you need food and it's not done in 1930?
You fucking make it.
No, you don't. Because
No.
you've been working all day. Beat your wife. Have a Chesterfield.
Had a long day watching Slinging Sammy throw the pigskin at Griffin Stadium. The food need to be ready, woman. If not, Chesterfield cigarettes.
This is ridiculous. All
All right.
right.
I love you guys.
Is that a Negro on the ground?
Jesus Christ. This is gonna keep going. God damn it.
Chesterfield cigarettes does not endorse that.
Fam,
He working here. Never mind. That's all right. Chesterfield.
The only black hands these things touch is the tobacco when it's going in.
Shut the fuck up. Stop it.
Never after.
Oh my
Just
God.
before.
It's fucking Friday.
All right. I'm leaving.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.